Guys, welcome. We've been talking a lot about virtual currency world. What's happening, what you should do at this point, etc., etc. And shifting gears a bit, still maintaining our main component, which is saving and investing. And this is going to be a guide or kind of inspiring episode, as I would like to call it, of what we do, Venkat and I do, or so many other people are doing at this point. There are multiple income sources, right? So one of the main things that we encourage all of us to do is to have multiple income sources. So you have, if one goes wrong, you have so many other things to fall back on. And we're going to be this kind of an inspiring discussion type of video. So Venkat and I are going to share some thoughts about what we do as income generation methods, so you can achieve your financial freedom as sooner rather than later. Venkat.
That's right, guys. So average millionaire actually got seven income sources, right? You probably know that. It's like a worldwide. They took that survey, and then they have seven different income sources. That's why they maintain that wealth. They're millionaires, right? So it doesn't most of the time it doesn't come from a full time job, for sure. So
Yeah.
but we're gonna show you some of the other avenues that you can make money while having the full-time job, right? So let me share my screen. I have a slide to show you guys. It'll be easy to follow with that. So maybe I'll start here, and then Randy can kind of
Yeah, sure.
move around. Um, so the first one obviously is a full-time job. Full-time job would be your kind of seed money. Think like you got like these are like a seeds. These are like a big tree, right? Full-time job is like your big tree, and but you cannot rely on the big tree all the time because you need to take care of it, lot of things, right?
All
So
right.
you need to spend a lot of time on it, right? You need to do a lot of work. Whole day is gone with that. While you're holding a lot of seeds, right? These are a lot of seeds that you can grow. You can actually make a big tree, and it's going to help you. These trees are like more passive, right? You don't need to even water them. Like it's kind of like it's automatically gets
Yeah.
watered or something, right? Those are some of the things. Like I think it like that way. Most of these other ones are passive, guys. So mostly passive. You don't need to spend too much time. But full-time job is the place that you get a lot of the seed money to put on this. So it is really important to have a full-time job. That is why I put that in the beginning of it, right? So you have full-time jobs, maybe you and your spouse, and until you grow everything on the other things, right? Grow it bigger, and that kind of replaces your full-time job income.
And actually, full time. A couple of things I want to add, Venkat. Full time job actually will help you to get to the other income sources that we are going to talk about. Like you have to have a basis, right? So full time job is your foundation. So in order to be a real estate investor, in order to be a cryptocurrency investor, in order to be a stock investor, right? In order to do all that, you have to have your foundation correct. So you have to have a full time job. And if you're at a minimum wage job, we talked a lot about how to get to the next level. So please watch those episodes. And if you have any questions, let us know. Just wanted to add my 2 cents there, how important full-time job is. And I'm pretty sure you have a lot of information to share with it. I'll leave the rest to you. I'll chip in whenever it's needed.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, that's a great point. So yeah, I'll just this is only list, guys. So you know what it is exactly. Full-time job is a full-time job anyway, right? So you know it. We are not going to be, adding too much information in this episode. So next thing is the real estate investment. So the more the real estate investment that you have, it's like a base for your life. Not only your life, your spouse. Like if you are gone, your spouse life. If both of you gone, your kids life, it's actually generational wealth, right? The real estate investment is a generational wealth. It's going to be there for your generation to come, and also it's going to help you when you are in a dire need, right? Sometimes maybe your medical expenses, you can sell one of your houses,
Yeah.
get 300 $400,000, and then pay off that debt if you had to do that, right?
Yeah.
It's very low risk, high rewards in the long run. So keep on doing that. That is one thing that you should do it. Then the next one is if you get a chance, become a realtor, and it's going to help you to save tons of money during the transaction. You know, for you, when you're buying for others, it's going to help you to make little money. So that is going to do that. So just become a realtor if you can. And it's not an easy job. At the same time, it's not a hard job unless you make it hard, right? So it's like people are really crazy. Not everybody is going to be, same, act similarly, right? A lot of different tenants, a lot of different
Yeah.
people, will create a lot of issues. So you
Right.
just have to keep your composure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, certain things come your way easily. Certain things are not coming your way easily, right? So of course, it has its pros and cons. And Venkat, like you said, you're all like, I think you and I do at least one through five. That I can easily say, and it had a lot of challenges, but of course, you have to face challenges, so you will know, especially when you're a realtor, right? And sometimes I know people buy for themselves so they can learn how to do the process, right? So the first step, what they do is they list their own house in the market, so they learn how to sell a house, and when they go into the industry as a realtor, they know what to do, how to do it. Just you, Venkat, go on, please.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So the next one is, guys, cryptocurrencies that we always talk about in the channel. Cryptocurrency, they're not only like investment, right? So investment and the growth, the parabolic growth it gives you, right? So from $100 to $1 million, right? Like Bitcoin, if you hold it for 10 years, uh, it's just like that. That much of a growth you can expect in Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies. There are tons of cryptocurrencies we talk about. I would say like stick with the, like, less than 100, the market cap. And then you can also do trading. You can trading, we talk about in other episodes, and staking, we talked about that too. So there are multiple ways you can actually make money in each one of these categories. So not only one way. So you don't need to do all of these. You just focus on maybe two or three things. Not only two or three, even one thing, guys. Just focus on one thing, and along with your full-time job, you'll be very successful in 5 to 10 years. So all of these have, a lot of golden nuggets right there. And the next one is stocks, very similar to cryptos, but we would advise you to put all the stocks in dividend stocks. Most of the big companies like AT&T, ExxonMobil, there are tons of other companies, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, all of them gives dividends, right? So dividends, on top of that, the stock growth, McDonald, right? So those are giving you that. You should put it over there on that stock, invest it on that stock, invest on the value stock. Uh, at least like 50 companies. If you do that, individual stocks on top of that, index funds, ETFs that you're doing, it's going to give you a lot of values in the future, right? It's a long game, basically. Then the next one, like if you are working in a workplace, right, you would be getting retirement, at least in US, 401k, and then health insurance wise, you would be getting HSA or FSA. What I normally do, I put a lot of my HSA money in the stocks, right? So you have HSA money, you can actually throw that into the stock investing. You can put it in anywhere you want. And then if it grows, like let's say you have HSA $5,000 in a couple of years, and then you put it out there in the stock, it becomes $20,000. You have $20,000 to spend on your medical expenses for your life, right? That's HSA. So we will have a different episode for that, guys. And that's one thing you can do. Randy, chime in if you have
Oh
any.
yeah, sure. No, Venkat, I think you hit the nail right in the head. So
Oh, okay, good, good.
yeah.
So next thing, guys, so you could do a buy and sell, Amazon, eBay. That's if you are interested in that, like that. That's one other thing that's a very profitable business. You can do that. And then the Microsoft photography, we talked about it in, I think, the long older episodes. It's basically like you use your cell phone, use your camera to take a lot of pictures and upload them in Shutterstock or Dreamstime. Those you're not going to be becoming rich in, or overnight on that. It may take, you will be getting, I would say, up to $1,000 a month. It's possible, but you have to put a lot of pictures to it, a lot of footage to it, upload them, and thousands of them. If you put it, probably you would have $1,000 a month.
And the best part is sometimes if one picture can be your X factor, right? One picture
Yeah,
downloads like 1,000 times, and that's gonna be it. You
that's
know,
it.
it's gonna be there forever. So you will keep getting money out of this one picture, and also whatever you earn from that, whatever $1,000 or $2,000 may not be that big from one. If you consider just one, if you consider it as just one income source, but why not you put that $1,000 or $2,000, even $500 or $100 you earn from that into cryptocurrencies, which will make $1,000 probably within a day. Who knows? Because the way things are going in cryptocurrency world, you never know. So whatever you earn from whatever you're not interested in, just put it on something like crypto. So it's a passive income right there, and probably you'll be able to earn 10 times more than what you just put in there.
Yeah, that's a great point. I was actually thinking about that. Like, you take the money and rotate it across these.
Yeah, rotated. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's pretty easy to do it, guys. So, for example, cryptos, you can sell it off and then get the money and pay off your real estate
right.
loan, and then probably you buy sell the real estate and buy cryptos. People do, like, you can rotate all these things if
Yeah,
you have multiple income sources. Pretty easy to do it. And the next one is the writing, right? So if you are a writer, you can write, like, even if you're not a writer, people actually use, they try to write. Like, I'm not a writer, but I have like 15-20 articles in Medium. People are reading it, right? So it's actually a good thing. Like, whatever we preach about in this, we advise in this channel. In my other channels, I always talk about, write it out, because sometimes people, like, when you write it out as an article, it actually looks good. Well, video is still good, but some people read it, right? So for those kind of audiences, it's really good to write it out and create those, the books and ebooks and some of the articles in Medium. It's free to do it. Why not, right? So you're making eventually money, not right now. I'm getting like few cents, guys. So but it's still, I was so proud of it, right?
yeah,
It's just a few cents, but it was not there before. If I didn't write it, I would not have got it, and it's going to grow. That is exactly the point.
right.
And the YouTube channels, that we have 3 or 4 channels here, right? So that's actually eventually probably going to give us some, and the affiliate links that we have in some of the videos, people are might be using it. So that's another thing that you could actually do. That it's free to do it. Why not? So last couple of things, guys. So most of the time people forget about how to make money by saving money, right? And we talked about a lot of things, using coupon, using discounted gift card, using credit card points, using the sale items and bundling everything together, all these 4 things that together, and you're going to be saving 50% or more on the items that you're buying. And the timing those up, having, using the coupons and online honey extension. There are so many other extensions out there right now to check the price on different sites. When you're buying something, it automatically checks and tells you in other sites it's cheaper, you can buy it over there. And we can talk about it in a totally different episode. That's going to be a longer one, right? Anyway, so that's basically, like, you could be saving a lot of money. That basically, like, penny saved is penny earned, right? So it's basically, that's it. You can make a lot of money through that savings and using deals and coupons. Last thing is a business, guys. So have all, you can start as many businesses as you want, and that's kind of a write off for a lot of things. Like, when you have a full-time job, you'll be paying 30-40% tax on that, right? Tax for, everything combined, it's almost 30-40%. You're going to be writing off a lot of those if you have businesses and business expenses. So that's kind of a, like, a safe haven for you, if
Yeah,
you.
and when we say businesses, you might think that most of us, you're gonna think, oh yeah, business profit. That's what you're gonna say. You don't have to tell us about that, right? No, it's about writing off part is the real deal. For an example, when can I remember you shared in one of our previous episodes when we talked about businesses is, if you there are so many things that you can claim. Even if you buy a vehicle, let's say you're a realtor and you have a company, and you can actually, let's say you buy that this year, and you can write off the entire amount next year, as because you're using it as part of the business as well, right? And there are
Right.
certain things, the conditions that you have to meet and all that. But the reason why we put business is we're not gonna talk about profits out of business. That's no great. I mean, everyone knows about that. You open up a business, you work hard and make profit out of it. We don't have to tell you that, right? So this is about writing off. You have so many opportunities to write off your expenses. It's not. It's just using the system that's out there. Why not use it, right? Of
Right.
course, you have to use it in the right way, claim the
Tax
right
savings,
one,
right?
without defrauding or anything. But it's an opportunity for you, because most of the people, they don't know about the things that they can write off when you're filing taxes. So that's a reminder. Use this episode, use that particular point as a reminder, because this is a tax season, guys, right? So this is the tax season. If you don't know about it, just tell your accountant, tax accountant about it, and he will find. I mean, if he's a good tax accountant, he will find you the best writing off methods, and he'll do it for you. So at least you tell them that, so they know that you know, and they will research and get it out for you.
Right. Yeah, that's right, guys. Thank you for watching.
Yeah,
Till
thank you.
next time. Bye.